The following BLTV program is brought to you by O'Flaherty Law. Please enjoy.
Welcome to Learn About Law. My name is Kevin O'Flaherty from O'Flaherty Law. Today we're going to talk about child support in 2018. We're going to give an overview of Illinois child support law in 2018. As you know from many of our previous videos, child support law changed in 2017 to the income shares model of child support that's already used in many other states. According to this model, the courts use general guidelines based on geographical location and income of the parents to determine the total amount of child support that the couple is responsible for. And then each couple's share of that child support is determined by the net income of each person relative to the other party. So what this means is that basically if the payor makes a lot more than the person receiving the child support, then the child support is going to go up. If the payer makes less than the person receiving the child support, then they're less likely to pay a higher amount. So they come up with a lump sum of here's how much the couple is going to have to pay to support this child, and then the obligor's amount that he or she pays is based on their income relative to the other party's income, who makes more in order to get to this total amount. If there's a shared parenting situation, which is 146 or more overnights a year for each parent, then the total amount that the couple is responsible for is multiplied by 1.5. So they're going to pay 50% more child support together. But the amount of time each parent spends with the child is taken into account as well. So the more time that the payor actually has the child, the less they're going to end up paying in child support. So it's hard to tell whether a shared parenting situation is going to add up to more or less child support because it's got that multiplier on it where the total amount the couple's responsible for is more, but the amount that the payor is personally responsible for is mitigated by the fact that they're spending a lot of time with the child. So let's talk about some frequently asked questions we get about this. A lot of people ask, what if one parent has varying income? So it's how do you calculate net income when one parent may get a lot of overtime or bonuses or commission as part of their income? There's three different ways courts do this. One is to average a certain set of prior months of income to come up with a set amount for net income. So basically come up with a historical average. Another way is to come up with a base amount that is required for child support and then supplement that base amount based on actual income. So the base amount is going to be less than their total income, and depending on how much they make in overtime or bonuses, they may have to supplement that base amount of child support periodically. And a third way is kind of done in combination with the other two. Either you do a base amount with a supplement, or you use a historical average to determine how much you're paying month to month, but then periodically, maybe every 6 months, you do a true-up to see whether you paid too much or too little, and then kind of settle up based on the actual facts on the ground. Another question we get is, what if one of the parties is voluntarily unemployed or underemployed? How does that affect the child support calculation, since child support obligations are based on the relative net incomes of the parties? The easy answer to this one is that if a party is voluntarily unemployed or underemployed, the courts look at potential income. So they don't look at their actual income, they look at what they could make if they were out in the workforce. We get the question, how do maintenance payments affect child support? So if you're paying spousal maintenance or alimony, or if you're receiving it, does that have any effect on the child support amount? And the answer is that it generally does. So if you're receiving maintenance, doesn't matter who it's from, it could be from a previous spouse. If you're receiving maintenance, that's going to increase your net income, ultimately reducing the amount of child support you get. If you are paying maintenance, it matters who the maintenance is being paid to. If the maintenance is being paid to the same person that you're paying the child support to, then that's going to decrease your net income, cause you to pay less in child support. If the maintenance is being paid to a different person than the person you're paying child support to, it's not going to have any impact on your net income, and therefore not going to decrease your child support. Let's talk about what happens if you're paying child support to multiple families. So if you're a father and you're paying child support to two different mothers, does a previous child support obligation affect your net income and reduce the amount you'd have to pay for the second child? The answer is yes. Courts look at the order in which the child support orders were entered. So when they're calculating net income for the first order, you're going to have all of your net income available. But that first child support order is going to serve to reduce your net income for the second child support order that's entered for the second family. So the second family that has the child support order entered is going to get less than they otherwise would have because that first child support order reduced your net income, reducing the amount you have to pay to the second family for child support. But it doesn't work in reverse. It's chronological. So the second family's child support order that you're paying isn't going to reduce the amount that you have to pay on the original order because they just look at the order in which the child support orders were entered for the purpose of reducing net income. Finally, let's talk about child support and college expenses. So child support generally terminates when a child graduates high school or reaches the age of 18. The court has discretion to award child support after that time period for an adult child, and this is often associated with college expenses. The difference between child support for adults and child support for minors is that child support for minors is mandatory. Courts have to award it. Child support for adults is up to the discretion of the court. The person seeking the child support first has to show that child support is appropriate, and there's a number of factors that courts look at to determine whether it's appropriate. So if the child flunked out of high school, child support probably isn't appropriate to pay for college expenses. So the person trying to get the child support now has the additional step of proving that child support is appropriate. They have to show how much child support is necessary, and then once you figure out that child support is appropriate, second, how much is necessary, that amount is determined just like any other child support based on the relative net incomes of the parties. So we answer a lot of child support questions on our blog at learn-about-law.com. This is one of the key areas that we do a lot of educating about. So we have tons of videos, tons of articles about child support. Please go there and leave us comments if there's anything we haven't written about that you'd like to know about. Thanks.
Thanks for watching our video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Click the subscribe button for new videos every week and download and review us on iTunes. Visit learn-about-law.com for other legal-related articles and videos. Visit our business podcast and video blog, seizeyourbusiness.com, and visit makingrealestatefun.com for real estate videos and podcasts. Call us at 630-324-6666 for a free consultation. Thanks for watching.